Hi, and welcome to our session on supplying the right tools for your teams to work from anywhere. My name is Jessica Mills, and I'm a product marketing manager here at Zendesk. Today, we're going to talk about the rapid shift that many businesses have had to make to almost entirely remote workforces, and the challenges this has created for your employees in being able to stay connected and productive. We'll cover some of those challenges that our customers have recently faced and dive into how Zendesk can help you give your employees the support they need in today's new remote environment. Let's get started. This shift to remote work has required many businesses to even rethink their operating models, and we've seen a variety of responses across industries. For example, PackLink, an international shipping courier, was faced with many challenges that I'm sure many of you have seen. While their contact centers were getting hit hard at the start of the crisis with change orders and shipping delays, ticket volume skyrocketed by 138%. They had to figure out how to transition their agents to remote work nearly overnight. On top of that, they had to recruit and onboard new agents to help manage that volume, all remote. Madison Reed is another example of a customer who develops hair care products. They were forced to close all of their brick and mortar stores and had to quickly transition in-store colorists to online instructors, meeting customers where they were, online and at home, coloring and cutting their own hair. And finally, in the healthcare industry, PWN Health, a national clinician network that works to improve early disease detection and prevention, were required to conduct thousands of COVID-19 tests and share critical information with internal and external collaborators. Communicating across your ecosystem is challenging enough, but when all parties are remote and still adapting to that new environment, it makes it even more difficult. As you can see, our customers have had to adapt quickly, and I'm sure you have too. And even as some regions reopen, employees begin to return to the office, what they return to won't be the same, and some level of remote work is here to stay. And both employees and employers are getting accustomed to maintaining at least part-time remote workforces now and in the future. Employees have come to expect some level of remote work, with 83% of office workers preferring to work from home at least once per week. And employers are embracing this, with 55% anticipating to offer at least some remote work options for their employees even after the pandemic. So while we've had to make this transition to remote workforces quickly, it's here to stay, and businesses need to optimize their employee experiences as they reinvent how they work and ensure their employees can truly work from anywhere. And where employees are struggling the most, their number one challenge in staying productive while remote is in their ability to collaborate. And where they're struggling the most with collaboration is being able to unify conversations happening across channels and across various teams. Staying in sync and connected internally. We can no longer just walk up to a coworker for an answer. We need to find new ways to collaborate and communicate and find information. And finally, something I'm sure we're all familiar with is siloed data across disparate systems, making it challenging to access the right information when a customer needs support. All of these challenges that employees are facing in the remote workforce may have existed before, but COVID-19 has greatly accelerated the need to solve for these issues. And with Zendesk, we can empower your teams to work from anywhere. You can streamline conversations happening across your ecosystem on any channel to keep support progressing regardless of who picks up the thread or where they're located. You can give your teams the right tools to boost collaboration and easily access internal and external team members. And finally, with Zendesk, you can connect all of your data and insights, giving your employees easy access to the information they need and the in-context resources to stay informed and best support your customers. Now let's take a look at this in action with a demo of how all of these pieces might work together inside Zendesk. So what we're looking at here is the website of shoe retailer Shoe La La, powered by Zendesk. We're logged in as our customer, Amy, and Amy is going to start a conversation with Shoe La La directly from the chatbot window. She's reaching out about a pair of shoes that appears to be delayed and stuck in customs. The bot is going to immediately respond and can even, via Sunshine Custom Objects, look up Amy's most recent 3 purchases in a carousel right here so that Amy can choose which pair of shoes she's reaching out about. In this case, it's the Air Jordans. And then with that, the bot is going to hand the conversation right over to an agent. So let's take a look at what an agent might see. So now we're in the agent view, where your agent is going to have all that information that came through from Sunshine Conversations. You can see every interaction with the bot and even the particular order that Amy is reaching out about. So with Sunshine Conversations, custom objects, and our embedded omnichannel experience, we were able to give Amy automated yet personalized support, seamlessly handing off the full context of the conversation to a live agent within Zendesk. Now, in order to give Amy a more personalized experience, we'd like to learn a little bit more about her. In the upper right-hand corner, we have our Essentials card, where we can access Zendesk profile details like Amy's email address, her phone number, but we'd like to learn a little bit more about Amy. So we can access that by selecting one of our external profiles that we've integrated via Sunshine Unified Profiles. In this case, let's take a look at her Shopify profile. Within her Shopify profile, we can see that Amy is a gold member and that she spent $1,700 in the last 12 months. So Amy's a pretty important customer, and we want to make sure that we treat her case with special attention. Just below that in the interactions history, we see a near real-time streaming of Amy's recent events powered by Sunshine Custom Events. So we can understand all of the places where Amy has interacted with us. We can see Zendesk events like which guide articles Amy's viewed to help troubleshoot her problem, as well as external custom events integrated via Sunshine. We can see we've integrated FedEx, and we can see her shipment that was delayed and is currently stuck in Toronto. We can also filter into specific event types. Say we want to see just our FedEx events that have to do with shipping delays. We can see the current shipping delay as well as other delays. So this has happened for Amy before. Now we know a lot more about Amy and how she's interacted with our brand. Let's get to the bottom of the problem so we can figure out the status and cause of Amy's shipping delay. Since we notice this seems to be a recurring problem for Amy, let's check out our Knowledge Capture app to see if other agents have had this same problem. With the Knowledge Capture app, articles are automatically displayed based on keywords from Amy's chat, and we can see that there are customer-facing articles that we already saw Amy's read, as well as this internal article about a supply chain issue that we wouldn't necessarily show customers, so it's part of our internal help center. Let's see if this gets to the bottom of the problem. So we can see here that there is longer than usual deliveries, 4 to 6 weeks in certain regions, and unfortunately Canada is one of those regions, and we know that's where the shipment was delayed. This article suggests that we provide a 10% discount since we're not really sure when this problem will be fixed. So now I know the cause of the delay and I have a 10% discount that I can give Amy, but she's a VIP customer, so I'd like to give her more options on what she can do. I scroll up to my product recommendations app powered by Sunshine Custom Objects, and I can see several shoes that Amy's already purchased, as well as recommendations on shoes that she might like based on those purchases. So now I can let Amy know about the delay, give her the discount, and even recommend shoes that she might like. And just like that, by leveraging external data, custom apps, and in-context resources via our help center, we were able to easily find the right information to resolve Amy's issues quickly and give her the personalized VIP service that she expects, all without leaving support. Even though we've helped Amy, we'd like to make this experience a little better for another agent who might come across the same issue, especially since it seems like these delays might go on for a while. The Internal Help Center article was really useful, but I think we can add recommendations for the next best action that an agent can take. Let's open that article back up. And I can make a suggestion right here for Neil to also include our product recommendations app so that agents don't forget that we have that. And when you're recommending your 10% discount, you can also suggest another pair of shoes that a customer might like. Let's send that feedback, and Neil will be updated, and hopefully he'll update the article soon. So now we've enriched our internal help center, but next we'd also like to flag this issue to our manager in case there's a way that we can automate a resolution. Maybe we could identify the warehouses and regions with these longer delays and automatically reroute orders to a warehouse in a different region, at least while these delays are happening. So we open up side conversations, which is part of the collaboration add-on. Here we can have a separate conversation with other team members or even external collaborators and keep these conversations all tied together, but as separate conversations from the main ticket. We have the option here to initiate an email, a Slack, or create a child ticket that will all be tied back to this conversation, but Amy won't have access to it. So in this instance, we'd like to reach out to or assign our manager to this issue. So we'll use our new child ticket feature, where we can assign our manager, let them know what the ticket's about, and give her context. The child ticket will be tied back to this main ticket, to the conversation I'm having with Amy, so that our manager has the full context and nothing gets lost. But again, this conversation is happening on the side, so Amy will never see what's happening. We've not only helped our customer by having access to the right information, but we've also enriched our knowledge center to help knowledge share with other team members, as well as escalated this issue via child ticket. And we did all of this without leaving support. All of these conversations and interactions are unified in one place, so we'll never lose track regardless of where our teams are located or who picks up the threat. This was just one example of how access to collaboration tools, the right context, and the ability to self-serve can empower employees to work better remotely. But what if you were in a situation where you wanted to connect other teams within your supply chain directly with your customer so that you only involve your agents when you need to? Let's take a look at how we could do this with Sunshine Conversations and their new multi-party feature. Let's take a business like VegCo, an online grocery delivery service that depends on coordinating sellers, drivers, couriers, and your customers. Delivering a great customer experience can be tricky. Without easily being able to talk to one another, we often see order cancellations, churn, agent inefficiencies. But with multi-party conversations built on Sunshine Conversations, you can connect everyone in real time to streamline product questions, delivery updates, and more. Now let's look at an example where one of our in-store grocery shoppers, James, can't find an item he's looking for and needs to connect with the customer. With Sunshine Multi-Party Conversations, we can empower an experience like this one here, where the in-store shopper can connect to the customer directly from their mobile app. When James initiates a conversation, we're greeted by a bot. And James is given a couple of options automatically since an item being out of stock is pretty common. So he can just select that, and then the bot will pull in some of the customer's recent orders that might be out of stock. In this case, it's unsweetened oat milk. So James is going to select that, and then the bot is going to initiate a conversation with the customer, Chloe. Now the customer, Chloe, wants a substitute, so she wants to talk directly to James. The bot will then continue the conversation with James, letting him know that Chloe would like a replacement. So James, directly from his app, is able to upload an image of the replacement for the oat milk, which in this case is almond milk. And he can ask Chloe if this works instead. Then Chloe can immediately respond back to James and say, "Great, that works." And just like that, James and Chloe were able to get in touch directly without having to involve an agent as a middle person, trying to navigate the conversation between them. They were able to just connect directly and resolve the issue quickly. In our demo just now, we walked through 3 core areas where Zendesk can help empower your teams to work from anywhere. The first was streamlining conversations across internal teams, partners, and customers across any channel. Providing your employees with access to tools like side conversations to seamlessly collaborate and knowledge share across teams without losing track of the conversation. And giving your employees access to all of your customer data with Sunshine, as well as in-context resources with Guide, all without leaving support. These are just a few examples of how Zendesk can partner with you to give your employees the tools they need to stay connected and productive from anywhere. Be sure to check out our resources on this page and get started today in empowering your teams with the support and tools that they need in today's new remote environment. Thank you so much for your time. We hope to see you again soon.